What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at the 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. This is the ZR2 Bison and it's finished off in red hot with an MSRP around $85,000. So let's get right into Chevy's off-road focused Silverado. Underneath the hood of the Silverado ZR2 you're going to find the naturally aspirated 6.2 liter 8-cylinder engine. This V8 is pumping out 420 horsepower with 460 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission. This does feature 4-wheel drive with a 2-speed transfer case along with locking differentials. Curb weight is around 5,500 pounds and it runs on a 24-gallon fuel tank, so you're looking at 14 miles per gallon in the city with 17 out on the highway. Overall length is 232.8 inches with wheelbase at 147.4. Height is 78.7 and width is 81.2 inches. Ground clearance is also around 11.2 inches. The ZR2 also has max towing around 9,000 pounds with payload capacity at 1,400 pounds. Moving on to the exterior styling with the ZR2 Bison, you're going to see a ton of AEV parts like bumpers, skid plates, wheels, and then a pretty sweet blacked out design. We get a really nice set of LED headlights with a DRL right in the center, and I really love how they flow right into this massive grille. You're going to see all this gloss black for the mesh. You also can see a forward facing camera. We got the Chevy flow tie with the airflow going right through that Chevy badge finished in chrome, and then you get more of that body colored red throughout the grille. We get our ZR2 badge, super aggressive front end, and then underneath the headlight you're also going to see an integrated step right on top of the bumper, which is a really cool function to see. I love these massive tow hooks. You got that AEV logo and a really nice design. There's also a steel skid plate down below. It'll cover the transfer case, differentials, along with the fuel tank. And then the ZR2 is going to get our super massive hood with a nice gloss black trim piece right in the center with really nice designs all around it. You're also going to see that 6.2 liter badge, and it really comes together nicely. Making our way to the side profile, you get that massive ZR2 logo, really sharp body lines, and then plastic black along these fender flares. And then we get a really nice set of AEV wheels. They're 18-inch diameter, finished in more gloss black, and you can get a good look at some of the suspension components. This does feature a 2-inch lift over the standard Silverado, and you can even see the piggyback reservoirs on the dampers. And then along the side profile, you're going to see a nice set of rock rails bolted into the underside of the cab, finished off in a matte black color. You can also see gloss black for the door handles, as well as gloss black along the mirror caps. There's an integrated LED turn signal along with a side view camera, and then all gloss black trim surrounding the windows. This is the crew cab with a shorter bed, so we have a pretty good side profile. It's super proportional front and back. Then as you make our way to the rear end, you get another one of those fender flares, of course matching wheel and tire combo. You're going to see the same type of suspension with the piggyback reservoirs along with leaf springs, and then you can get a good view of the skid plate on the rear differential. Along the bedside, you're going to get that Bison logo and a really sharp line. Then we get a set of LED taillights integrated nicely into the bodywork, and then moving to the tailgate, we get that AEV badge and then a multi-flex tailgate. You also get this satin black graphic on it with a blacked out Chevy logo. There's your camera along with an LED light and your 2 controls to open up the tailgate. We get Silverado on the left side and then a really nice design for the bumper back here. Finished off in more metal. We also have the steel tow hooks, trailer hitch connections, and everything are right in the center. And we get a high clearance dual exhaust system underneath the bumper. And then moving on to the interior, we have your typical key fob with all the buttons you're going to expect, along with the Chevy bow tie on the other side. If I go ahead and lock the truck, all you have to do is grab the door handle, press the button, and we can lock and unlock it. This interior gets a jet black along with a gray stone leather interior with a really cool design all around. Moving to the door panel, you get this gray color with like yellow or lime green stitching all around it. Then we get a pretty cool texture, kind of like a golf ball, along this vinyl material. You got your release handle, lock and unlock, memory seating, then all the window and mirror controls. You get a ton of storage space down below that with a massive Bose speaker. And then we get our ZR2 logo, the floor mats as well, and you can get a pretty good look at these rock rails. All of your power controls are on the left side of the seat with the black color on the leather, and then the really cool gray color with a nice design all throughout. These are somewhat of a bucket seat, so they look pretty sporty. Then up on top, we get the AEV logo and more of that yellow stitching. And then flipping around to the steering wheel, finished off in smooth black leather. We get some gray color on it as well, and then your blacked out Chevy bow tie. And then now inside the Silverado, keeping my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and fire it up. We get two massive digital screens, about 12 and 13 inches each. And then we can see the digital gauge cluster with your speedometer as well as tach and speed right in the center. This is configurable. You have a lot of your adjustment controls over on this right side. You can scroll left and right and then up and down into a few different settings. If I continue all the way over into the settings icon, you can hit this one and change the actual view. So right now we're in the progressive. We can make it look a little bit more classic. You can also go into a digital design as well just to clean it up. And you also have a clean design with pretty much nothing on it. So it's really nice, all the configurations you're gonna see. If I scroll left and right, you can see options and information that you're able to adjust, which is a really cool way to configure everything on the screen. You can continue over and see your phone, your navigation and music. And then we have information right here with a digital speed readout, drive information, you have all your trip information, tire pressure, driver's assistance, and other vitals that are gonna come up within this truck. If we go ahead and take a look at the steering wheel now, you can see those controls on the right with some Bluetooth and phone integration. We also have cruise control over on the left with your forward pacing along with your heated steering wheel. There are paddle shifters on here as well. On the back side of the steering wheel, we have more controls for volume and tuning. And then on the left stalk, this is for your windshield wipers. And then to the left of the steering wheel, we have your four-wheel drive control. You have your dome lighting for the bed along with interior dimming and headlights. Then we have a drive mode. You can scroll this left and right. It's gonna pop up on the screen. We have an off-road setting and then a terrain setting and back to your normal mode. We get an electronic park and brake, all of your head-up display controls, one of the air vents, and then some nice vinyl material across the dash. You can see more of that stitching, a little bit of storage, and then a really cool design on this right side. More of this golf ball texture. You can press this button and open up the secondary glove box, which gives you a pretty good amount of space. Then we have our typical glove box down below. And then moving to the screen right in the center, once again, huge LCD screen, all touchscreen of course. You can see audio controls right now. We can toggle this right here for some Google voice commands. And then we can go over here for some trailer information. It'll come up with your cameras, lights, and you are able to customize which trailers you have and really dial it in. We have more controls right here for Bluetooth. Navigation will pop up, all Google integrated. Then we have our home icon down below. You can see climate settings that are gonna pop up as well. By just turning them on, you can see all the different zones. Super easy the way everything is set up. And then going back into the home, we have more settings. You can scroll left and right, all those shortcuts as well. And we do get your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Now if I go ahead and take the truck, put it into reverse, you're gonna get that backup camera along with a top-down view. And if you toggle everything, we can see our front view camera, top-down for front and back. We can also take a look at our wheels in each corner, great for off-roading, your trailer hitch as well, and then a nice camera to see inside your bed, especially if you're doing a fifth wheel or something like that. We can zoom in and out, and if I go ahead and put it back into park, we're back to the main screen. Underneath the screen, you're gonna see a home icon along with the volume. We have toggles right here, engine start stop, your tailgate you can pop open, we have the lane keeping and parking sensors, and then your differential locks. You can see more controls for off-roading. And then down below this, we have our trailer brake integration and physical climate controls down here as well. We get heated and ventilated seating, dual zone temperature you can easily adjust, fan speed, air conditioning, all of your different zones. There's two USB ports on the far right side, and then quite a lot of storage space all throughout the center with wireless phone charging underneath this handle. Moving to the center armrest, you have more of this cool color with stitching and this nice golf ball texture. Opening this up, we get a lot of storage space with the removable area. You can see more plugs, LED lighting, a better look at that wireless phone charging kit. And then there's even storage on this left and right side of the console. One last look at the interior. Super nice design, especially with the color contrast and all the nice technology. We also get our LCD camera up here, really nice for a rear view. You have your typical mirror, and then of course the camera. And then up in the center, we get all of your dome light controls, and then controls for the sliding rear glass. And then moving on to the rear seat space, if I grab the door handle and open it up, door panels finished off just like we saw up front. We get the lime green stitching, two-tone color, and this really nice texture. You're also gonna see all the same materials back here for this rear seat. This can seat 3 people. There is storage in the backrest, which you can fit a few small items. We also have headrests that are going to fold down for better driver visibility. And then right in the center, if we pull this down, we get a nice armrest along with some storage and cup holders. There is storage on the back side of these front seats, along with heated rear seats, climate vents and plugs, and then 2 more cup holders. And then I really like, if you grab the base of these seats, this will lift up and lock into place, and we get hidden storage space all underneath. So it really does make this crew cab pretty useful. And just giving it a firm pull, we can pop this down and you're back to your normal seats. All right, so hopping into the back of the Silverado. So I'm 5'11" sitting back here, plenty of headroom. That's like 7 or 8 inches. And you are pretty comfortable back here. Now the seats don't recline or anything like that. They're kind of straight up, but actually still pretty comfortable overall. And the padding in the base is actually pretty squishy. Got a good armrest on this left side, lots of glass, and of course with the power sliding glass, that also really can help up with some airflow. We do get dome lights up on top, as well as some hooks up here, and you have a grab handle up in front. And then moving on to the multi-flex tailgate, if you press this upper button, it'll unlock, and we can pull this down, and you can basically use this as a workbench. And then you can also pull this piece up as well. It'll kind of act as a bed extender, and with the tonneau cover up top, you can fit longer items back here, and this will kind of secure them. So from here, we'll close this down and lift this up, and just press the normal button, and it does have soft open, so the tailgate will open just like your typical truck. You can pull this handle and pull this cover up. It's a tri-fold, and actually doesn't really weigh all too much. Now from here, we do get a full spray and bed liner. It says ZR2 on the inside. We have a handle that'll pop up, LED lights as well. Then you have a plug on the right side. Now, with all of that, this piece now acts as a bed extender, which is great for longer items in the bed like normal. And then if you just reach under and grab the upper button, this comes down as a really nice integrated step. Makes it very easy to load and unload heavy items in the bed to make this very, very useful. Then from here, you can easily just grab it and lift it up. And then of course, close the tailgate like normal. And this is definitely a super usable tailgate and bed combination. All right guys, so we are setting off now in the ZR2 Bison. Honestly, pretty healthy motor. This thing gets up to speed for being a full-size truck. As far as some normal things, you know, when we're just cruising in it, because we have that off-road suspension, obviously this is designed to be able to tackle off-road terrain. I'll be going off-roading in it later in the week, but on road it translates to a really smooth and comfortable drive. It really is smooth. You have a huge windshield, and I love how you can see all those contours in the hood. It's a pretty unique design just because that hood is so big, but you feel nice and high up, great view around. Mirrors all do a pretty good job as well. And I love the camera in the center. That is fantastic. Over your right shoulder, like you would expect in any pickup truck. I mean, you have pretty much amazing visibility. Seats are pretty comfortable as well. They're in a good position, lots of adjustments. Really no complaints. It's just a comfortable truck. You can sit back, relax in. Great adjustability, just feel comfortable. And when you are driving a little faster, hitting some turns, it still is a pretty competent vehicle to where it can take the turns, it feels solid, it doesn't feel all, you know, body roll and stuff like that. And it doesn't drive like a bouncy truck. It has that really comfortable suspension. Obviously it has an upgraded suspension, and it translates to a really good on-road experience. Technology works really good as well. I like the way everything looks. It's easy to get familiar with, and it just feels like an up-to-date modern interior. You really don't have any complaints. The 10-speed utilizes the power really well. You don't really feel any shifts. And whenever you give it some gas, it seems to downshift pretty quickly, and the power is plentiful. So really good drivetrain setup overall, really no complaints. And it just drives like a nice truck. I think General Motors did a great job, especially with the new Silverado now. I mean, it really feels like a nice premium truck. And at $85,000, you know, it better be a nice place to be. Of course, the interior looks really good as well. All the tech works, cruise control, the distance pacing works really well. I think the ergonomics are pretty good too, not really hard to reach anything. You know, for being such a large truck, it's not too bad of a reach. My arm is just barely touching the screen, so that is a good touch. Now, let's hit these really bad train tracks going 30. Let's see what this is like. Super solid going down that and then going back up. So suspension, tire combination is great. And honestly, you don't hear the tires. They're an all-terrain, so they're not crazy aggressive, but it's actually a pretty smooth vehicle for the day-to-day. Can still be a good work truck with utility and a comfortable truck overall. So then turning to my perspective, my honest thoughts with the Silverado, I think the Silverado in general, really good truck. I especially love the multi-flex tailgate, especially for me, dirt biking, riding my motorcycle, hauling stuff like that. The tailgate is so useful. I can load and unload my motorcycle or my dirt bike all on my own. I don't need someone to hold the bike at all because that step is so nice. Loading stuff into the back is also incredibly easy. So that alone is a huge selling point to me. Train tracks and the Bison, ZR2 with the upgraded suspension, all the off-road capabilities. I really like how nice it is on the street. I'm excited to go off-roading in this. We do have the steel skid plates on the important things you want to be protected. So it's nice they didn't just give you thin aluminum or something to look good. They give you function down there. So it seems like they did a lot for the ZR2, the Bison especially, to give you something a little bit more beefy, a little bit more capable than your typical version, like a Z71 or something like that. And I like how with the Bison package, the wheels, the bumper, stuff like that, it kind of spruces it up a little bit to be a cooler spec. I think it seems to be well worth the price. Obviously, these trucks aren't cheap these days. This is a fully loaded, top-of-the-line 1500. You gotta pay to play pretty much. Now you can still get a pretty inexpensive, more affordable version of a Silverado and still get a lot of the same function and utility. If this is gonna be your work truck, more of something that you're gonna be beating up a little bit, of course there's more alternatives that are in a better price range. However, if you want the big boy, the top of the line one, this is a cool option because you get all the fancy technology, you get the fantastic ride quality, and you still get the utility. I know people with trucks that are about this price point, and they might own like a construction company or something to where on the work week, the weekdays, they're using this as a work truck, but on the weekend, they're having fun with it, using it for the family, and this seems like a truck that can do that. On road, this is relaxing and comfortable, really no issues, just racking up miles in a truck like this. However, I still know at the end of the day, I can go hit the trails with it, beat it up a little bit, haul stuff, and do the utility with it. So it's a really well-rounded truck in general. This particular vehicle, I really don't think I have any complaints. I think GM is kind of edging towards my favorite trucks just because I think the tailgate is so good, interior is easy to use, it looks great inside and out, and there's a lot of different trim levels to really fit your taste and your budget. So I don't really see many complaints. Comment below, what do you guys see as any issues with the GM trucks? I think they all are pretty competitive today. Every brand honestly has a really good product, and this one is no short of a pretty good truck. I do like the engine in it. I haven't driven the Silverado in quite some time. I've been around the Ram, the Tundra's V6, the twin turbo. It's pretty healthy. There's no hybrid system or anything like that. This is just an old school V8, and it seems a really good balance, really good blend of everything. Not bad. Gets up to speed and is pretty composed going 60 around a turn. So really don't have any major complaints. I think if you want like the off-road focus, the ZR2 is pretty cool. While you're not going to be hitting the tightest trails being a big truck physically, it's still great for the job site, the utility, things like that, and some more open trails. You can still have a blast in it. So I think that is then it for the 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, the ZR2 Bison, their off-road focus, their big boy. Pretty cool truck. I think it has a lot to offer. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for plenty more content. I'll see you all in the next video.